How's everybody doing out there? We're not staying on here long today. I got a lot of work to do, but I wanted to get a live video in. Um, and I wanted to, I didn't make a live video yesterday because I was very, very busy. Very, very busy yesterday. Busy day, busy weekend. I've been very busy for a long time here. Hang on one second. I got to get this camera clean. Filthy dirty. There we go. Okay. So, how's everybody doing out there? We're going to get started right now. We're going to come out here. I got to clean my office. It is filthy. That's one of the things on my list today. I'm going to leave that door open. So, what we're working on, and we're trying to get out of the shop ASAP, we are on a roll, is this right here. We are on a roll. You can see all of the bolt-on parts are done and painted. The car is actually in the paint booth. It is done and painted, the Camaro, and we are on a roll. We are getting this out of here. It is leaving the shop. And let me tell you the plan. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is not buffed. This is not color sanded buffed. And the owner requested that not to buff the car. He said, do not buff it. The reason he does not want it buffed is because he's afraid that it's going to get scratched or screwed up during shipping. So he said to leave it unbuffed. So you can kind of see when the light hits it, it's the clear has shrunk on it, like all clear. And he will get his car unbuffed. It's not going to be color sanded buffed. And what I did, I went ahead and put 5 coats. I put 5 coats of clear on top of the 2 coats of inner clear. So there's a total of 7 coats of clear on here. So when he gets it back, when he gets his car and he color sands it and buffs it, he should not burn through the clear. Now, another thing we're going to do with this car is we are going to do minimal assembly. This is all the parts of his car. Everything you see on this shelf right here. And 90% of all these parts here go to his car. So, and then of course up there, there's parts up on that shelf that go to his car as well. And we will be stuffing everything in the car that can be stuffed in the car. And then he can finish his car at home when he gets it in the UK. So him and his buddies are going to go ahead and finish the car, which is fine with me. This has been a really, really big, exhausting 9 years. You heard the story, 9 years. I've been working on this for 9 years, off and on. So when this car leaves, it'll be a happy day, believe it or not. Be a happy, happy day. I'd like to go out there and look at the car, but we'll look at that at a future date. We can't go out in the paint booth. We'll lose connection. So let's go ahead and get started this morning. We got a lot to talk about. We're not going to be taking phone calls today, I'm sorry to say. Well, before we get started, I need my tripod. And I don't even know where my tripod is. Let's go over here real quick. We're going to might get loose connection. We got a square body. You want to call it a square body? Let's call it a square body, okay? We got a square body in here. We're getting ready to restore. Let's go ahead and call it a square body because that's what everybody wants to do. They want to call it square body. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to call it square body. And we'll be having a lot of videos on that. So let's go in the office. And we got a big car show next week. Anybody that's going to be in Manti, Utah, my friend Pete will be there with his Baja. It's next Saturday. I believe it's January 1st, maybe January 2nd. I don't know. But next Saturday, we got Hoosier Garage on there. How you doing, Hoosier? So we got the Baja going, and yeah, we'll be at the car show with the Baja. But let's go in here. When we do go to the car show, I would like to show everybody. I don't know if everybody saw this, but our buddy out in Albuquerque made this for my friend Pete. Oh, I didn't even know that. Look what it looks like with the light behind it. It glows. That's awesome. So anyway, our buddy out in Albuquerque made that for me, and that's I forgot what they call those, but you have them made for your car when you go to car shows, and it kind of tells the information board, let's just call it that. So really did a beautiful job. If anybody wants one of those made for their show car and are interested, contact my friend Pete, and I'll give you the phone number, and you can get a hold of him. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. So anyway, I've been really, really busy, okay? Let me get my camera on the stand here, and then we will get in gear. There we go. Okay. So I'm getting ready to go to church, and I think everybody should take 1 hour of their life every week out of their, not so busy life, because you can't sit there and tell me that you're that busy. But you should take at least 1 hour out of your life a week to go to church. And if you can do that, I'm going to tell you right now, you will see a big change in your life. But most people are lazy and say, well, I'll do that later. Okay, I'll do that later. I don't have time right now. But that's okay. You can do whatever you want. I'm not going to sit here and force you to do something. But anyway, so the title today is Who's Working on Sunday? I Need the Money. What we're talking about is paying our bills, putting money on the table, and surviving in the times that we are living in today. Some people out there are living on the dole. What does that mean, my friend Pete? Well, let me tell you what that means. That means that you're living off the government and you're getting free money and you really don't give a shit. There's a lot of people out there that, our buddy Paul out in Albuquerque says when you go to church, don't forget to pray for us farmers. Okay, I'll make sure I say a big prayer for you, Paul. But anyway, I was talking about a situation that everybody's fallen into, including my friend Pete, and that is short on cash. There is no middle class anymore. All there is the rich and the poor. The government has forced us to not live comfortable anymore. But college kids get to live comfortable. College kids get to live any way they want. They can, get up and support a country that is murderous, violent, vicious, and satanic. They can do that and get away with it. They can go to any college they want in America for free. I actually have my own daughter. My own daughter supports that she will never pay her college loan back. So, that's the kind of kids that are being raised these days. Even if you discipline them, that's how they're being raised. You can't even discipline your child anymore because you will go to jail. You will go to jail if you spank your child. You will go to jail if you mentally harm him or her. So if you see your child getting in trouble and and you don't like it, you can't holler at him anymore. You can't tell him how it really is, because they're the ones that run the family. Is that right? The child runs the family. You're just the worker. You're just there to make sure that the prince or the princess is doing well in life, because they're the ones that count, not you. I don't want to start getting loud right now, but let's go ahead and read a couple comments. Happy Memorial Day weekend, Pete. Don't worry, I'll be working this weekend. Good morning, Pete, from rainy Missouri. It rained last night here. I still got to water my trees. Anybody that plants, and if they think it rains, you don't have to water your plants. You still got to water them, because the rain doesn't go under the plant. All right, it doesn't really go under the plant. It goes on top of it and kind of does that. So if you need to water your plants today, please water your plants. They're begging you to go out there and do that. Camaro parts look awesome. Thank you very much, Pal. Hello, Pete. Greetings from Ireland. Thank you very much, 777. Small business owner. I have worked 7 days a week for 4 months. No one wants to work anymore. Nobody wants to work anymore. Speaking of work, because, we're talking about who's working on Sunday. I need the money. Speaking of work, let's go back to the generation. They got all these names for generations. They got the X generation, the I generation, the millennial generation. It's really what we're counting on here is the now generation. That was back in the 60s, see, when the hippies and the flower children and the Jesus people, they were the Jesus child. They were the now generation. That was the thing, the now generation. Well, the now generation is still here. Let me go ahead and add this. We were just talking about the generation, and I lost. Oh, we were talking about working. We had FL Panhandle Life left a comment that we need to talk about, because we're talking about work here. The now generation does not want to do anything but want everything for free. Now I'm still wondering in my mind, what is the government's plan besides conspiracy theories? Why are they bringing the human race down? Why are they doing that? Why are they destroying the concept of life itself and the ritual of, I got to get up at early in the morning, I got to get ready for work, go to work, and go home, and I got to take care of my actions? Why are they ruining that? I still don't understand, because it's a situation that tells us that they are trying to force us to be lazy and to be somebody that we don't want to be. Maybe I'm just an old piece of shit, and I lived back in the old days where you literally had to work for what you got. If you did not work for what you got, you didn't get. Does that make sense? I got what I get because I worked. I saw a video on EV cars. That's the new name for them, EVs. That's short for electric vehicles. And I think it was only 11% of all the mechanics nationwide, now this is in America, are certified and qualified to work on electric vehicles, EVs. And that's one of the pitfalls of owning an EV car. Now, hold on a minute. We're talking about working. The new generation, even though working on an EV car may seem to you that it would be easier because you just hook a computer up to it and the computer tells you how to fix everything. Well, there's a lot more to it than that. First of all, working on an EV car is highly and contagiously dangerous. We're talking about very super high voltage electricity that can kill you in an instant. But let's get back to the situation here. There's a shortage on these EV mechanics because nobody wants to work. The now generation does not give a shit about working. They don't want to work. They will not work. And whatever they do will be the easiest thing they can find to work. We are now living in trust fund baby society. That means that my generation has grown up to basically say, I'm going to give this to my child. My child will live an easier life than I did. Fuck that. Okay? I see these trust fund baby son of a bitches every day in this town right here. They're lazy asses. They're sorry asses. They live in their cars. Minnie actually was in the store. Let me go ahead and tell you this. Minnie was actually in the store. There were 3 trust fund babies in the store. They call them van lifers. All right, van lifers. I live in my van. What do I do for a living? I'm a remote worker. What kind of remote work do you do? I am a professional photographer and videographer. Oh, you got a YouTube channel. Gosh, how did you know? She was in the store, and as she was going down the aisle, they were kind of passing, and she heard one of the trust fund babies, hey, did you get a hold of your grandpa? Did he ever give you that money? Yeah, we're supposed to go over to the bank before it closes. He gave me $1,000. Then the girl goes, oh my God, that's just awesome. I don't understand what the deal is about all of the situations of not working and getting stuff for free. And the Democrats, or should we say the now politicians, doing what they're doing. It doesn't make sense. The only thing I can figure out is that the real politicians are the corporations. The corporations are what's running the situation. We're talking about kids, okay, not working. Well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about how arrogant and smart-ass and selfish and inconsiderate children are today. Children are being raised in the worst way you can think of. There's no discipline. You can't spank a child anymore. I'm going to tell you something. My children are self-contained. They are self-contained because of me. Because I'm the one that raised them. I'm the one that disciplined them. And if you don't discipline your child when he's 5 years old, it will show when they're 15. Does that make any sense? Don't be their friend, be a parent. It's kind of hard to explain when you're a helicopter mom hoovering over your child and the little baby child runs the family. When you decide to turn your fucking engine off, that's when you will be a parent. If you love your child, you will discipline them. And they will grow up to be somebody that respects the life of actually earning their own living instead of these trust fund baby assholes. I'm going to make a video, and you're going to freak out on this video. We got a city park over here, and they have signs up on that city park that says, close, I think they close at 10 o'clock and then open at 5 o'clock. And if anybody is caught parking in that park, in between those hours, they will get a ticket. I think it's a $500 fine. The reason they do that is because the trust fund baby van life residency that surround this town, that's basically where they live in the daytime. It's like the van life community park is what it is. And I'm going to go down there and I am going to take a video of these people and you are going to flip your assholes off. So, yeah. Discipline your children. I've been watching, me and Minnie have been watching these Karen videos on YouTube about getting pulled over by the cops and how these Karens, the cops instigate a lot of this action. I've noticed from watching these videos that, and I'm not saying this about all police, I'm just talking about on these videos, they literally will instigate the scenario to get worse so they can arrest you. Yeah, it's bullshit. I was going to talk about a lot of stuff today, but, I'm kind of in a hurry and I got to get ready to go to work because work is very important, especially for me. The money that I make goes to my bills and everything else. Well, here's a good example. I found out that the local rental company sold their tractor, and they used to rent a tractor, and then what I would do, I would rent the tractor to clean my property up. Well, there's nowhere to rent a tractor, so my friend Pete has now got to buy a tractor if I want to keep my property clean. So that means that something I have is going to have to be sold to do this. But we're not going to sell anything yet. And what I'm talking about either selling my Baja or my Razor. Because I have got to have the tool that I need to get the job done properly, to do the job right, you might say. We're not going to sell anything yet, but if it comes down to that, then yes, I will sell. I work to live, but working gives my life more purpose. That's a very good saying right there, Lightstorm. I work to live, but work gives my life more purpose. And he also states that he loves working. I like to work too. If you could actually get into the groove of working and having something to look forward to actually finish the next day, you will literally get up off your lazy asses, because there's a lot of lazy people out there watching this, and you will literally get up off your ass to literally go out there and finish that job. But, until you actually get something in motion to finish, you won't get anything to finish because you'll still be a lazy piece of shit that you are. I won't retire until I can't work anymore. I missed one day of work in 37 years. I got my work ethic from my parents. That's Greeno's Garage. I think Greeno is self-employed, by the way, his name is. And most self-employed people that are like me are more dedicated to literally get up and go to work. And that's because of two reasons. Because they have been in business for a very long time, like this guy, and they are used to it, and they are forced to it. And the reason I say that is because if you don't work, you ain't getting no money to pay your bills if you're self-employed. So you basically force yourself to like your job. When you work for the man, it's a different story. And the reason I say that is because you have disability benefits, you have medical benefits, dental benefits, you have workman's compensation, you got unemployment and all this other shit that's in a package that will give you the feeling of security to be lazy when you get home and not do a fucking thing but sit on your ass because you got the excuse to say, I went to work today. I worked all day. I'm tired. I went to the assembly line and sat on my ass and tinker-toyed this and did this over here and rolled that up over there. And I'm fucking tired. I work hard. I'm not saying that about all people, but when you go to a job that you work for the man, that's pretty much how it is. I got my retirement at 65. Then I'll be able to sit on my ass permanently and not do a damn thing. But you know what that permanently guy will do? Die. He will sit on his ass and he will die. Because he's used to going to work 5 days a week, or now the government's actually changing it where you only have to go to work 3 days a week or 4 days a week and you get a 3-day weekend. The government is literally changing the work ethic for the now generation that doesn't want to work. All I can say is I am so glad, and I pray to God for letting me be born in 1960. My life might have been a shithole life that I grew up in, but I will relive my life. If I can go back in time, I would relive my childhood and my teenage years and everything else just to live back then. I lived a shitty life. My mom and dad were pieces of shit. I grew up in boys' ranches. I was homeless. I fucking struggled from the day I was born till fucking now. But I will go back and do it all again over and over and over before I would tell myself, gosh, I wish I was a child and growing up now. I saw a video, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about that video, and this is the truth. We were on this light subject of politicians and government. Well, let me go further. When, I don't know how many of you idiots out there got a COVID shot. I never got one. I'm not going to get one. The government ain't going to force me to do shit. Minnie never got one. She ain't going to get one, and we are not going to do that. Now, my daughter, when the COVID shot came out, and I don't know how many other idiots out there, dumbasses, did this. My daughter filled out the paperwork immediately to get her shot, her and her husband. And they demanded that they were first in line. And you want me to tell you how they got their shots first? They told them that they were obese. That's right. They were overweight and obese. And we want our shots first, because we're at more risk. They even went ahead and got their child a COVID shot for free. So the government is handing out free COVID shots that's going to cure the world. It's going to cure the world, and the shot, you get it for free. We are going to save your life. What about people that have cancer? Why aren't you giving that for free? What about diabetes? Why don't they get free fucking shots? Where's their shots at? Why aren't they free and healthy? I don't know what the deal is with this COVID bullshit shot, but my opinion is, and take it for what it is, I don't give a fuck. If you got that shot, you're a dumbass. You're a stupid motherfucking dumbass because you got that shot. You are a follower, not a leader in life. You are a zombie. Now, you can get pissed off at me if you want. I don't give a shit. As far as those fucking masks go, same fucking thing. There's people out there still wearing fucking masks. Are you shitting me? I'm going to go downtown. I'm going to take my camera and I'm going to go downtown and I'm going to make a video called The Last Man with a Mask. And I'm going to go up to people that are wearing masks and ask them, tell them that we are in search of the last human being that wearing a mask and we want to get an interview of you. And I want to see how many people will talk that are still stupid to wear a fucking mask. Yeah, COVID shots for free, but cancer patients got to pay for it. Diabetes patients got to pay for it. Yeah, there's your fucking government for you, okay? There's your fucking government. I always talk about LGBTQ and God at the end of my situation here, and we're going to go right into it. Let's get a couple comments here. Thank you for being here, Pete. Okay, thank you very much. Not one shot in this arm, no way. Word is bird flu is next. Big thing possible. 1 in 4 deaths. I don't give a fuck. Okay, they're going to call it the pine tree penetration flu next. Who fucking knows what they're going to call it? Who cares? Take care of yourself. Eat healthy because you are what you eat, and do what you're supposed to do in life to stay healthy, and you will be healthy. You want to be a fucking idiot and a zombie to the government? Then believe everything they fucking tell you. This is what pisses me off. I was downtown coming home, and this punk-ass kid in this old beat-up piece of shit car had out-of-state plates. I think he was from fucking Idaho. I don't know. He had stickers on his car about this big. One on the back, one on each door. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. New York City wants to, the government in New York City wants to go ahead and fly the Palestine flags. We're not going to get into foreign government issues. If you don't know what Palestine is all about, read about it. Okay? Our now generation is vile, destructive, and evil. They have been taken over by Satan. Satan is here, taking them and destructing them and hoovering over them like a helicopter mom. It's fucking disgusting. Nobody wants to work. Nobody gives a shit. Everybody wants everything for fucking free. You ain't getting shit for free over here, motherfucker. Speaking of free, I want to ask people, what kind of church do you go to? Do they ask you for tidings? Do they want your money? Preachers for profit. Fuck you. The only motherfucking preacher that's for profit is the preacher. These mega churches full of fucking people think you're going to give them your money. And they don't just want $5 or $10. They want $10,000, $1,000. Give us the title to your house. Sign your property over into my name, and you will be. Okay, that's what they do. This is what they do. You know, oh my God, he touched me. Oh my God, he pushed me back. Lord Jesus Christ, give me my money. That's a fucking clown act. If you go to a church that they preach for profit, get the fuck out of there. Fucking scumbag, con artist, preachers for profit can go fuck off. God is free. Jesus is free. I don't even believe in going into a Christian store and buying something. If you want Jesus in your life, if you want a medallion of Jesus Christ, like this one, it should be free. To believe in Jesus Christ is free. You don't have to pay a dime. So anybody that says, are you paying your tithings? Fuck you. Now we're going to end it off with our LBGTQ SLRF fag for this, that, homosexual fuck-offs. We're going to go ahead and end it off with that. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. If you're a man, you will always be a man. We saw the most unusual specimen of a man in the grocery store yesterday. He had black hair with curls in it, okay, about this long. He was wearing girls' workout shorts, those spandex workout shorts, black. He was wearing a red Toto shirt, okay, and he had women's black. What can we call them? Goth shoes, I guess. Gothic type shoes. You know, they're like those pointed ones, and they're little mini high heels, and they got all those shoestrings tied. He was wearing those, and he was overweight for one. Looked disgusting. But when you look at him in the face, he had a beard and mustache. Full face beard and mustache. And makeup on. Pathetically disgusting. Can somebody say, hell yeah, Satan? Hell yeah, devil? Can we do that? I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Science, biology, and medical will still tell you, you are a man. Go see a psychiatrist, you dumbass. You need fucking medical help. I'm going to go ahead and use my daughter for another example on what brings this into a child's head. And this is one of the things that I am furiously pissed off at my daughter about. When he was 5 years old, 4 or 5, for Christmas, she went out and bought her son, did you hear that? Her son, a boy, girls' toys. Went out and bought a dollhouse and the dolls and everything that goes with the dollhouse because he loves the cartoon. What the fuck is going on, people? What is going on? The gospel according to Pete. There ain't no gospel according to me. There's only one gospel, and it's Jesus Christ. Okay? There ain't shit that I got to say about the gospel. That the only thing I got to say is you need to get off your fucking ass and believe in the gospel. All you got to do is go to church 1 hour a week. That's it. One lazy, measly, easy, simple hour. And you will see your life change in front of your eyes. All you got to do is believe, go to church. 1 hour. That's all it takes. But you can't do that. You would rather sit here. I've been on here for a fucking hour. But you're watching me for an hour. But you can't go see and believe in Jesus Christ for 1 hour. You would rather come and watch me. Okay, Oz Garage says, Satan is God with the small g of this world. In a sense, he's right, because the now generation has taken Satan in their arms and has portrayed him everywhere in the world, along with our government. I'd say our government is Satan. Now, I've been told that you think it's bad here, go there. Well, I don't know what it's like over there. But, yeah. This guy says here, need to buy him a full-size G.I. Joe. Let me tell you something about G.I. Joe. It's now G.I. Jane. Ain't no more fucking G.I. Joes. Do you know what one of the perks are in the United States Navy? You know, they used to say, hey, we're going to give you a bonus if you sign up for this. You're going to get a $10,000 bonus for this job. You're going to get $5,000 for this. We're going to give you 4 years of college for that. Well, you want me to tell you what the bonus is now? A sex change operation. The United States motherfucking Navy is now handing out, hold on a minute, they're handing out free sex changes for the taking. Disgusting, vile. Preachers for profit. Shitty fucking government people have ruined America. We now live in oblivious. I don't even know where we live. We live day to day is where we live. That's where we live. Day to day, minute by minute. Every time we go to the fucking grocery store, minimum is 75 or 80 bucks for one fucking bag. We went to the grocery store. Everybody knows what size grocery bags are now. You know a big paper grocery bag? Now the grocery bags at the store are half size. They're half that size. They're about this big. One fucking grocery bag this big, $75 fucking dollars. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, telling you that if you're my age, thank God. Thank God that your life's almost at the end. And always keep your memories. My memories of my life are like an elephant. I can remember all the way back to when I was about 3 or 4 years old. I can write a book on everything in my life. Several books. Speaking of books, and they're not hard, I wish they were hardbacks, I have completed my collection of my Homer Price books. These were books that I read when I was in elementary school. And when I say elementary school, I'm talking like 2nd and 3rd grade, 4th grade. When we used to go to library, because that was one of our class library. Homer Price was one of the books that I read. So I have completed my series and my collection on that will stay with me the rest of my life. Because this is when life was fucking real. This is when there was middle class. I got to go right now. You take care. And if it's still time, go to church 1 hour a week. If I've asked anybody out there to do anything, I am going to ask you the most hardest thing you will probably ever do in your life, and that will be go to church 1 hour out of the week and pray to that guy right fucking there. That's all you got to do for my friend Pete. If you can do that, that'd be awesome. If you get the chance, get that book and read it. Right there. If you get the chance, get it and read it. The good old days. The good old days, people. Right there.